Good evening. Welcome to another exciting episode of 758 Sports Talk. And of course, as usual, we have a lot in store for you guys. Of course, you could stay tuned. Later, we will be giving away some prizes. Well, we'll be giving away some entrance. How do I say it? We'll be giving away to loyal supporters and viewers of DBS Sports. You will get an opportunity to gain entry to sporting events ongoing. So definitely you want to stay tuned for that a little bit later on, as usual. Now, of course, as usual, a lot of information for you guys coming off of activities from the weekend. And we did have to, we summarized as much as we could during our sports package, and we did injustice to some of our stories, and I felt it was only necessary to go through some of the other activities that occurred on the weekend. All right. We spoke to 19 swimmers who represented St. Lucia at the Barbados Aquatic Center in the Goodwill Swim Championship. Of course, congratulations to St. Lucia. Of course, they came away with 285 points, and they had 3 gold medals, 12 silver medals, and 8 bronze medals. Now, we've been speaking ad nauseum about the results we are seeing from swimming and the progress we make it in swimming, despite the fact that we don't have the Olympic-size pool. And of course, we always said in the sports media that when we get the opportunity to speak about the need for that in St. Lucia, we will bring it up. And we're seeing our young swimmers. We're seeing a picture of them there who went over to the Goodwill Swim Championship and performed creditably for St. Lucia. The first place medalist, Ziv Reynolds, in the 50-meter breast, and Antoine Destang, he got 2 gold medals in the 50-meter breaststroke and the 50-meter fly. Second place medalists included Faith Jeffrey and Carrick Charles in the 50-meter breast, Eden Crick in the 50-meter freestyle, and Michaela Casimir in the 50-meter fly. The third place winners were Antoine Destang in the 100 and 200-meter freestyle, Eden Crick in the 100-meter backstroke, Carrick Charles in the 100-meter breast, and Shalini Joseph in the 50-meter backstroke. So a total of 9 age group records were broken. Record breakers included Faith Jeffrey in the 8 and under in the 100-meter freestyle and 100 meters in the individual medley. Antoine Destang broke 6 of the 9 records in the 9 to 10 in the 50-meter free, the 100-meter free, the 200-meter free, and the 50-meter back. Also the 50-meter fly and the 100-meter fly. Tristan Dorville joined the record-breaking pack with setting a 9 to 10 age group record in the 200-meter individual medley. So the head coach David Pitterkin, assistant coach Henry Joseph was pleased with the general performance of the team as the swimmers transitioned to another level in their swim lives. Pitterkin also noted that he was pleased with 71% of the individuals. They had the best times and a definite improvement from 2017 in 21 medals, an improvement of 52%. All right. So the team manager, Cyril Dorville, who was ably assisted by Mrs. Nicola Velina Paul, Mapopi, and Mrs. Lisa Pulte, voiced their delight in working with the swimmers. As customary at the closing ceremony to mark the end of the meet, invited guests saw talents beyond swimming in terms of performances. All right, so well done. The Swimming Association would like to thank the sponsors, National Lotteries, for their assistance, Massive Distribution, Spice of India, Big Garden Resort, Coco Palm, Domino's, Landed Resort and Spa, Winwood and Leeward Brewery, Blue Waters, Fancy Food, Escowares, Adrian Ogier, and the KFC for their support. All right, so well done to our swimmers. Of course, we saw them get a little pep talk from former Olympian, of course, Makiba. Makiba pretty much gave them a nice little pep talk before they traveled, and we've seen some highlights of that now. And that team pretty much went over to Barbados and did very well. Very competitive field. We're talking about the likes of Suriname, Guyana, Jamaica, of course, host nation Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, Bahamas, Grenada, and so some really good competitors there at our team, pretty much bringing home medals from that competition. So very well done to our swimmers. Of course, we hope that they keep up the good work, and of course they keep training hard. And we've been having big debates. Of course, David Shakes Christopher believes our first Olympic gold medal will come from boxing. The Swimming Association believes our first gold medal, our first Olympic medal, whether it's gold, silver, bronze, will come from swimming. And of course, you have the likes of track and field still believing in Laverne Spencer, Janelle Shaper, and some of the young up and coming Julian Alfred, of course, Michaela Hyacinth. The spring sensations that we have may yield a medal from the Olympic Games. All right, so that discussion continues. All right, we also got word earlier tonight that Kimani Melius hit another century. Of course, we know of his exploits locally and sub-regionally, and also regionally now doing very, very well. Of course, we saw him internationally in the recent ICC Under-19 World Cup. Of course, before he got injured, recorded a couple of half centuries and really introduced himself to the world. I remember Ian Bishop gloating about the talent that was Kimani. At that time, he used to say Melius. I'm pretty sure by now they'll get the pronunciation correct. If they haven't, in short order, they will. And Kimani Melius continues to make us proud. Of course, 102 in today's innings against Canada in the West Indies Under-19 cricket tournament. Of course, we continue to encourage the youngster to continue to work hard. Of course, we remember a ceremony held in his honor when he was on his way to the World Cup. Of course, Babono, the surrounded communities, Kako, held a very, very nice welcoming. In fact, it was sort of an encouragement for him to, go out there and do his best for St. Lucia and the West Indies. And of course, the conversation continues on social media, on St. Lucia Sports Online, Facebook, about Kimani Melius and whether he should have been included. Of course, many felt that St. Lucians will rush in. Of course, there may be some wisdom in that, but by next year, Kimani will be 18 years old, and I don't think too much St. Lucians will be too patient in terms of his call to the St. Lucia Stars. I had a discussion today at New Vibe Barbershop, and some of the individuals indicating that perhaps with Sammy on his way out next year at the Darren Sammy Stadium, we should be coming in to look at young Kimani Melius, and we're expecting people to flock the Darren Sammy cricket grounds to see Kimani Melius represent the Stars. I'm pretty sure that if the St. Lucia Stars do not pick him, much like they did not pick Johnson Charles this time around, the franchise may pick him up. Of course, we've spoken about his hand-eye coordination, his ability to get runs quickly, his ability to consolidate when he needs to. And of course, so we'll be looking out for this youngster and see how he progresses in his near future. Of course, congratulations to him again. A job well done. Kimani Melius, 102 in his innings today. And of course, we broke that earlier for you guys. Okay, so definitely we'll be following his progress. The next step for him is with West Indies B. He will be joining the West Indies B team. Very good progress. In fact, somebody asked me today, is he progressing faster than Darren Sammy? And the answer is definitely a resounding yes. Definitely at that phase of his life, Kimani is really on course to do something really special. And we do not want to rush him. We do not want to add any pressure, but we want to encourage him. And of course, we will always reach out to Corporate St. Lucia to assist in any way, shape, or form. I'm pretty sure that his alma mater, Babono Secondary School, they will be continuing to recognize this young man. Of course, the Babono community and Mr. Sipal, who is the district education officer, always supportive of young Kimani Melius. All right, so definitely want to see how he progresses, and hopefully next year, let me tell you, I'll be a very happy man if Kimani Melius, when that draft is called, is absolutely picked for the St. Lucia Stars. Speaking of the St. Lucia Stars, we promised that during our sports package that we would show you guys highlights for those of you who missed it. Those of you who were not at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds on Saturday night. Of course, we showed highlights from when the St. Lucia Stars won on Friday. That was absolutely great. Really good feeling. Enjoyed that game very much. And we did not get a chance to show you the highlights from that matchup against Jamaica. Of course, with that matchup, we saw the return to the Darren Sammy grounds of Johnson Charles. Johnson Charles, a former opening batsman for St. Lucia Stars, former opening batsman for the team. that World Cup semi-final, he pretty much he scored a half century to ensure that West Indies got to that World Cup. And we know, as fate would have it, West Indies won that World Cup. And so since then, we've seen spurts, but we haven't seen Johnson Charles return to prominence. We've seen similarly this year stats, but nothing yet in terms of a big score, but certainly better than what we've seen from some of our stars players. So obviously, persons are wondering about next year, what will actually happen. That being said, we have the highlights of Jamaica versus the St. Lucia Stars on Saturday night. Let's take a look at what happened.
Welcome to the highlights of match 17. St. Lucia Stars in their final home game against Jamaica Tallawahs. It was a case of Jamaica winning the toss and electing to bat first. The first time we'd seen it, and Charles got himself going. Early on, only a few balls in. How brilliant was that from Zampa?
Brilliant catch. Then Raheem Cornwall. Another smart catch by the skipper.
Fletcher was conservative in the game last night. Couldn't quite get himself going either this evening, and there was no way Russell was going to drop that one. Warner had mishit, he'd edged a lot, he'd been able to get that down the ground, and then it was out. 16 off the over, the sixth ball, Zampa gets the scalp, and things were starting to slide until Pollard got himself going.
Yes, he played wonderfully, dispatching anything that was loose. Oh, he was in good, ominous form. So well with Lindo Simmons as well, carving that one. And that was a back foot punch. And then this was brilliantly bowled.
Well, this is where Jamaica really showed that if they've got the runs on the board, their bowling can close it out, and that's what they did. They'd lost 3 on the trot, having won their opening 3, but they got back to execution. That was brilliant. It was a simple case of the last 2 overs were brilliant from the bowling side, and the final game for St. Lucia at home had faded away. So the skipper happy, Jamaica happy, they've got the feeling of winning again, and St. Lucia will be disappointed with the 5 games they've enjoyed at home at Darren and Sammy Stadium. But Jamaica, they win by 21, and they've got that winning way back.
All right, we apologize for some of the audio issues earlier in that highlight, but certainly it was nice to actually see St. Lucia from the highlight perspective. When you're at the grounds, you tend, based on your angle, you tend to see certain things, and when you look at the highlights, you tend to see so many other things happening. But certainly, St. Lucia did not win that second game, that last game at the Darren Tammy Cricket Grounds. Jamaica came back and won that. Very well done by Jamaica, scoring 204 runs and bowling pretty well to restrict the St. Lucia Stars in this matchup. Now, of course, St. Lucia Stars won 2 out of their 5 games in St. Lucia, and it's still better than last year. Of course, last year we did not win any game throughout the entire competition. It's better than last year, but are we satisfied with winning 2 games out of 5? I mean, can we do better as a team? Is there more the St. Lucia Stars can do to ensure that we do better? Because I remember the last year that we were actually the Zooks, we got to the playoffs. We finished in the top 4. We got to the playoffs. We played very good cricket. And since then, it's been downhill. It's really been downhill. And right now, of course, there are certain things we could point to that says, hey, we are better than last year. But I think everybody who loves the island would want more from our team, more from every aspect, top down, bottom up from our team, and we certainly hope that they continue to do well. They do better. Still have 2 games, and of course, mathematically, we are still in it. Possible, but not probable. I mean, let's just be honest. Possible, but not probable, and so we will see what happens. Of course, there's lots of talking points. We've spoken about Lendl Simmons and pretty much the franchise, the first pick, $180,000 by the St. Lucia Stars. And I pretty much said early on that perhaps with our first pick, we should be picking an individual that could absolutely turn the game around. And I've said in the regional game in recent times, except for Bravo and a few others, spin has been the way to go. Spinners tend to do well in the Caribbean region. And for me, with the first pick of the draft, I would pick the best spinner available. That's just my opinion. The best spinner available, the best bowler available in the draft, I would pick. Most times it is a spinner. And if we look at most of the teams who've won the Caribbean Premier League, there's been a spinner featuring prominently as part of the team. And I think we missed the trick right there. And if you look at the draft closely again, I mean, it's 6 picks, it's 6 teams. So, I mean, if you pick first, the most in terms of individuals that can come off the board is 5 or 6. And so if you look at batsmen who can actually tear a team apart, there are more than 7 or 8 in the world that you can get with your second pick. So once you pick a state-of-the-art bowler, spinner, especially in the case of St. Lucia Stars, where we've seen time and time again, our weakness has been the bowling, you pick the best spinner available, best bowler available. Then the next round, you pick the best batsman available. I think that's how you start to build a team. That's just my opinion. Of course, you could tell me what you think at 4880929. You can send your WhatsApp messages and tell me what you think in terms of your opinion. All right, that being said, DBS Sports, we took to the streets today. We went over to the Castries when persons were getting away from work at about 5:15. And we pretty much did an episode on Sports on the Block because we really wanted to hear what St. Lucians were saying about the St. Lucia Stars. So today, Junior, we have that ready for our viewers. So today we pretty much went into Castries and we asked individuals what they thought about the St. Lucia Stars and also what can be done to improve what can they do to improve as a team, of course. So we got different opinions and we have another episode of Sports on the Block for you guys. Let's take a look. Tell us what you think about St. Lucia Stars this year and perhaps what they can do to be better.
Well, I find they improved because last season they didn't win any games and already they have won 2 or 3. So that's a better improvement and I think they should do more training, I think, to better the team.
I won them the very first game they played in St. Lucia. I won them. They have something going on the side and nobody don't want to accept what's going on. Because they have men on the team and they playing. They're not playing the role on the team, you know. They're not playing the role they're supposed to play because, you know what I mean, if you have a man that is all along down the side, right? And then all of a sudden they're playing all along the role anymore. That is a problem for the team. Strip.
So you think they should just drop these players or just move on?
I don't know what they have to do, but that team need bowlers, and we have men that on the team as all-rounder, and they're not playing the role of an all-rounder. And it's messing up the team.
St. Lucia Stars, they're not stars, huh? They're falling stars. Now, when we were Zooks, it was much better. So we have to bring back the Zooks and get rid of the stars, okay? Because stars doesn't be yellow, stars red. Heineken have red star. Everything I see is red star. So if you have yellow star, you will lose. Now, don't take me political, huh? All right? It's just red. I know a star's always red, okay? So bring back these Zooks and bring back some more Lucians on the team, and I think we will do much better because we have only one Lucian, and unless outsiders, and we are doing good. When the Zooks was there, we had more Lucians, and we were doing good. Bring back Johnson Charles, you see, he back in well, okay? Thanks.
I think they should have more St. Lucian on the team, and because I think if we have more Lucians on the team, we'll do better. Because only one guy we have from St. Lucia on the team, and like he don't have enough support. So if you have people from his own country, then he can put up.
Right now, the Stars. To me, there are one two players there. The Stars have to drop it. Simmons is one, and play more of our Caribbean players, man. They're supposed to know more about the pitches, man. But Simmons supposed to step up. Simmons have been the most promising batsman in the CPL, both in the India Premier League and the CPL in St. Lucia, in the Caribbean. But Simmons not showing me that. So right now, the Simmons just have to step up his game, and the Stars just have to win the balance of the games, and I will support them. But if they're not winning, I can't support them in either Lucian. But if they have Stars, I think they'll have to put the flambeau just now, because the Stars are shining. Take out the yellow Stars and just leave it St. Lucia Zooks.
They're pathetic. They're just disappointing us. That's it. Thank you.
St. Lucia Stars. Like when you have a habit, you have a habit. They have a habit of losing.
The St. Lucia Stars have been doing extremely well. Those guys have been motivated, and they do have a great form of elevation. Bravo to the St. Lucia Stars. Keep doing a good work so far. They are all patriotics. They're making St. Lucia proud, moving on from step to step. So at the end of the day, I mean, we could provide more avenues, sporting avenues, where one could relax, chill, and get better educated in the field of sporting activities in St. Lucia, and not only in St. Lucia, regionally, internationally, and globally. Thank you, I'm Irvin.
I believe the Stars should actually, spend more time on the field, get to understand the game better, and play the ball on its merit. Yes, for sure. Because lately, they have been playing what is called cricket with no mind. We should actually understand the game and apply ourselves, properly, so we can actually bring the crowd back to St. Lucia.
We need a balanced team. We need a balanced team. We need bowlers to defend our scores, and good batsmen, and also, most importantly, we need to take our catches, and then and everything will be okay.
Well, they should, more training, and discipline too.
Well, to be honest, I haven't even been watching the cricket, but I've been hearing the information, and oh my gosh, the guys are really terrible. And, I think maybe they should look at the management of that team. Do they have the right composition of players? Are they gelling well? Is there that team spirit, that team bonding that allows them to function well as a team? Are they taking the competition seriously? Or is it the case, well, man, we're the Stars, we have the name, but so we don't have to live up to being Stars? So I don't know. There's so much going on there. It's difficult to know what's really happening there.
I believe you see Darren Sammy, you should get rid of Darren Sammy as quick as possible, because the next round, when they have the CPL, we don't want Darren Sammy there at all. We need to get rid of him. Pollard too, we don't want Pollard, because Pollard said the fourth game he sell it. The first one he sell it, and the fourth one he sell it. So we don't want them fellas there. Sammy could go and sleep for now.
I think they need to stop drinking rum and stop going and sleep so late. If they take their game seriously and concentrate on their game, and the thing is that they doesn't pray. If they pray, they will make it. But as they're not praying, they'll never make it.
I'm very disappointed.
I think after the last game, it was a little bit disappointing. And with the new management changes that will come out, the Stars will perform. And when they do perform, they'll come and get some Kong strikes. We serve chicken and waffles, chicken and fries, the shawarma wrap, the most delicious food on the island. And this nice little trailer, it's cozy. In the corner of Voyager and Raj Communications.
St. Lucia Stars, St. Lucia West.
Of course. St. Lucians, you ask them a question, they tell you where the business located. Let me tell you. But anyway, some good observations. Of course, everybody has their opinion, so you have to accept differences of opinion. Everybody have their own way of seeing things, and of course, some of the points made were salient in terms of application. One of the contributors said that they played cricket without mind, and I guess anybody who saw that game when they were losing wickets all out for 69, it's just zero application. Nobody thought, well, let's go there and apply, let's just, consolidate, play some proper cricket strokes and stay in and bat out at least the overs. Nobody did that. So, of course, they went on and we know what happened, absolutely demolished. And we had an interesting video on Facebook that pretty much surrounds this St. Lucia Stars. What do we do about St. Lucia Stars moving on? And we had a very interesting video, and it was taken from the Prime Minister's page, and there was a call for moving to the Zooks. Let's take a look.
We're bringing back the Zooks. That's what you have on, right? Right here. 2019. We're starting a petition. Yeah. We got Jay right here. 2019. Stars. Back to Zooks, right? 2019. The Zooks are taking CPL. I promise you. That's right there.
Alright, so for those of you who do not know, that was the Prime Minister right in the middle, Darren Sammy towards the back of the Prime Minister, and of course Jay Pandya, the actual owner of the Stars, right there in the mix, having a conversation. Of course, we've seen Sammy pointing to the Zooks. Of course, we've seen Sammy being very vocal about returning to the fortunes of the Zooks. Of course, the Prime Minister calling for that, and Jay Pandya, who's the owner of the St. Lucia Stars, right there in the mix, saying that we need to go back to the Zooks. And there was an actual guarantee that this will happen next year. I guess we'll wait in earnest to see what actually happens. But most of the responses today from on the streets, everybody seemed to be indicating that perhaps a move back to the Zooks may change our fortunes. I'm not that superstitious. I believe application, everybody doing what they're supposed to do. I think good management, and most of all, from the onset, a draft that actually makes sense in terms of players, and ensuring that every aspect of the team gels together, a camp before you start. I mean, the competition, not just a few days meeting up in Trinidad and going and play a competition. You have to, it's a team sport. It's not track and field. It's really not track and field or tennis. And so a camp, of course, selecting positional individuals, not, as somebody says, all-rounders, and they only perform in one task. It's funny, having a rounder and he's only doing one thing and sometimes nothing. And that's inclusive of Sammy this year. Not much at all from him as yet. Hopefully we'll see what happens in the next couple of games, but for sure, I guess everybody, as Shakes would say, Jim Coco Snow could see, we've not seen anything from him either. And we heard so many people talking about Kimani Melius, the next one, the next big thing. And then you hear the voices, don't rush him, don't rush him, don't rush him. Anyway, I just had to do a quick wrap up on CPL. What we'll do, we'll take a break. When we come back, we have one more call to attend to before we get to the substantive part of our night tonight. We have a lot in store for you, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to 758 Sports Talk. And of course, we have a number of persons joining the conversation from the WhatsApp platform. Somebody says they need to choose a better captain, someone that brings the team together, win, lose, or draw. Pollard looked like he was always mad at something and just doing his own thing. That's one opinion there. Somebody says, honestly, I just can't understand the selection of the playing 11. Why was Kavim Hodge dropped? That's one question I ask for sure. I'm afraid we might even lose the franchise. Somebody is afraid that we may lose the franchise. Well, Jay Pandya looks very, very happy from the shots we just saw a while ago, so I'm not sure about that. Somebody says, Sir Kenson spares the highlights of Saturday's game. A total waste of your time, bro. What we can do better is simply focus on the game. The focus ain't there. not been there for a while. One more point, Sammy, from my honest opinion, needs to be benched now, in all honesty. 3 chicken brains in one video. Sorry. Choops. Alright. Alright. Not for TV. Just a couple more. Yeah, somebody is actually asking, did this guy really say they're making us proud? One of the contributors did say that. Somebody says a big up Laboui connection, boy. Them veterans, they always from Titin, always locked on. All right, definitely. Okay, so definitely ICC. Well, we just saw CPL in St. Lucia. The next big cricket event in St. Lucia for this year is, of course, the ICC Women's World Cup. The ICC Women's World Cup is scheduled for November 9th. St. Lucia will see their first game November 10th. Now, I have somebody special online with me to tell us a little bit more about this upcoming event. I have Mrs. Ursha Deloney Daniel, of course, who is the venue manager for ICC Cricket World Cup, the Women's World Cup. Good evening, Ursha.
Good evening, Kenson.
Good
evening, viewers.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm great, actually.
All right. We've been hearing so much in the airwaves. Of course, this morning we heard even something about ticket sales, but I just allow you to tell St. Lucia what's in store for them. We saw the launch today of the ticket sales for the ICC Women's World Cup. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, Kenson. Actually, we went live today with the ticket sales. They'll be on from the 27th. The actual website is tickets.world20 in words number 20.com. Hopefully you'll be able to put it on for your viewers later on. But today we have gone live and we've actually made our pronouncements to the entire Caribbean, including St. Lucia. When we go live all 3 regions, like Antigua, Guyana, and St. Lucia. And the special for those tickets are just $10 EC for the entire Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. $10 EC.
Ursha, you said that this morning, and let me tell you, it is as if I'm still not believing that, because it is absolutely amazing. We're looking at the world's best female cricketers live at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds for $10 US?
For $10 EC. Only $10 EC. I know it's a little hard, but we really want this to be welcoming, open, inclusive, and affordable. We want to give everybody a chance to come and see the world champions. And the defending world champions of the ICC World Cup is the Windies Warriors. We want everybody to come out to see the ladies.
Absolutely. And of course, Ursha, you all made it absolutely clear that every single area. So we're looking at Johnson Charles. We're looking at the Castries stands. We're looking at the Grosley stands. We're looking at the grounds. We're looking at every single aspect. $10 for St. Lucians of all ages. Of course, what else do you guys have in store for patrons?
Gone for 6. Oh, well, in addition to the $10, actually, we do have some ticket restrictions coming on. Not restrictions, I should say. More for the younger kids. There may be some free for like a lower age group, but that we will release in the next, probably in the next few weeks. But $10, I mean, as you said this morning, that's not a bad price at all. In addition to the $10, well, for $10, we actually have 5 days of cricket. 5 days of cricket, and in those 5 days we have 9 matches. On the first day, we have 1 match, and the reason we're having 1 match is we're actually going to be having a celebration before that first match. That first match is on November 10th, Kenson, and it's at 4 o'clock. But at 2 o'clock, we are going to be having the singers of our theme song, Shensia and Patrice, coming alongside our local acts to actually celebrate the beginning of the Women's World Cup. So the first day we have the concert at 2, at 4 o'clock we have the first match, and every other day we have 2 matches. So you are getting 2 matches for $10 EC.
But just now, the concert that starts at 2 o'clock, inclusive of reggae superstar Shansia and the soca superstar Patrice Roberts, How much is entrance to that event, that first day, and then we have 2 cricket games after that? How much is that?
Well, that first day is only 1 game after that.
Oh, 1 game.
1 game after that. 10 EC dollars. The ladies are just coming to celebrate. They come in to celebrate the women are in the West Indies. They come in to celebrate the fact that the world's best players are down here. They come in to celebrate the fact that we are defending champions. Shensi and Patrice is going to be here. Only $10 that first day.
Wow. And our women are the world champions. Of course, we know our women are in the training camp, and we will be really looking closely to see if one of our own could get into that squad for sure. Of course, we know Kiana is training really hard, and hopefully she can be on that squad for our cricket team. Now Usha, you guys have been doing a lot in terms of getting the word out there for patrons to pretty much come out. And of course, we spoke, Rankin Morgan, pretty much, I spoke to him about sportainment earlier, and we just saw some cricket in terms of CPL, and we saw some of that atmosphere with the drums and you know, persons coming out to really enjoy that atmosphere. Will you guys be trying to encapsulate this for this event?
We will not encapsulate it. We'll take it one step further, Kenson. We are bringing back the atmosphere to ICC World Cup. ICC World Cup, we're bringing back the drums, the music, the coolers, the food, the conch shell. We're bringing all back to the West Indies. That's what the West Indies is known for and envied for.
Yeah.
That is what we are bringing all of this back. All of the other games, we are going to be having our local acts, our Denry segment performers. We are going to be having a lot of them on every single day. We are bringing the atmosphere back to cricket.
Definitely. And of course, Usha, we're seeing that a lot of these individuals who have been involved in this thing, they've been really trying to get more and more persons to get involved, and the best players, like you said, the best players of the world will be in there. How important is it for St. Lucians? I mean, it's a World Cup, and we're looking at the population in India, Sri Lanka, England, everybody. The eyes will descend upon St. Lucia. How important is it for St. Lucians to participate in this event?
It is extremely important, Kenson, because as you can imagine, when the West Indies bid for the World Cup, there were other islands. Some thought they might have been more deserving than us, but St. Lucia put their foot forward, and we put our hands up. Our government has put their hands up, and they've put the people and the support behind it, and we have said that, look, St. Lucia can do this. St. Lucia can bring people out to support these ladies. This is an event, a remarkable event. It is the first time ever that the women are standing alone. They've always been with the Men World Cup, and we are standing alone, and St. Lucia has put up their hand to say, yes, we can do it. So it's very important for St. Lucia St. Lucians to come out and to show people that, yes, we can do this. Like I like to say, we like to use our tagline. So they think we can't do it? Watch this. So they think St. Lucians can't fill the stadium? Watch this. Let's let everybody watch St. Lucia, the Caribbean, let the world see that we can do this.
Definitely. And in terms of partnering agency, of course, the Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Sports, I guess the Ministry of Education to get the kids out. How has that been going for you guys?
That has been fantastic. We've gotten support from many of the ministers. We've gotten support, of course, from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. We've gotten support from the Ministry of Tourism. Actually, it's very big that actually St. Lucia is now considered a tourism partner of the ICC Women's World Cup, and everything that's printed from now is going to have every single one of the countries, which is St. Lucia, Guyana, and Antigua. That is a huge deal. I'm sure we'll be putting out a lot of stuff later on to tell you all about that collaboration. But St. Lucia is on there, and we are so happy. We also have Ministry of Culture. We also have Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, Youth and Sports. All of the ministries are on board, and they are behind us 100%.
All right. Of course, some work would have gone into the Darren Tammy Cricket Grounds, and I noted that you're the venue manager for the facility and for the ICC World Cup. In terms of the venue, how are things coming along? In terms of any issues and anything that needs to be dealt with, will patrons be absolutely comfortable when they get to the stadium in November?
Yes, patrons are definitely going to be comfortable. The Ministry of Youth and Sports has worked out a work plan to actually get the stadium and the training grounds, which is Mindofede Park and the Grizzly playing field, up to scratch and up to ICC standards.
Yeah.
ICC site inspection persons have been down here. We've done at least 3 or 4, and we are on stream to having a fantastic venues to have a fabulous tournament.
All right, Usha, thank you so much for that information. Any last words for St. Lucia?
No problem. Thank you very much for having me, Kansan. I just want to encourage everybody and let everybody know that the West Indies women are the world champions.
Yep.
They have been part of this massive growth of the women's game. And now it's time for St. Lucia and the whole Caribbean to come and be part of it. Just watch this.
Watch this. I like that. I like that very much. I like that slogan. Just watch this. And you guys have been doing an awesome job. Of course, I was privileged to meet Mrs. Nero, who is, of course, very enthusiastic about the World Cup. Of course, a woman in a very significant position in West Indies cricket doing a thing. Of course, she's one of those who are enthusiastic and want to see you guys do this. And she's part of the Watch This movement. And I certainly look forward to seeing what happens in November right here in St. Lucia.
No problem. Thank you very much, Kenton. You'll be hearing a lot more from us in the coming weeks. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I was Usha Deloney Daniel, of course, the venue manager for the ICC World Cup right here in St. Lucia. Of course, November 10th, we'll see our first game. Of course, St. Lucia, Antigua, and Guyana are the hosts for the 2018 Women's ICC World Cup. I don't think it's really sunk in to St. Lucians yet what this really means. This is a World Cup, a world event. And of course, we need to get many St. Lucians on board to come through and show their support for their women. All right, we do our last break before we get into our guest. But before we take our break, we're doing something at DBS called our sports class moment. Of course, we want to mix it up for you guys, bring different things to you guys. Of course, it's a bit nostalgic. We put it up on St. Lucia Sports Online earlier today, and of course, I remember exactly where I was when this actually happened. It's about 6 or 7 minutes long. Yes, 6 or 7 minutes long, but trust me, it takes us back to what we were. And of course, we certainly hope our women could, when it's crunch time, do exactly what this great man did to bring us a sweet victory. Let's take a look. And we'll take a break immediately after.
Lara and Hooper. 4 runs outside half of the bat, but a boundary. That part's fine. So far, so good. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Well, that is an absolutely superb shot. Too much whip there from McGrath. And with a swinging ball, this is a fair shot. Does leave him the head right over the delivery and just smashes that right through the vacant cover region. Beautiful shot, straight along the ground. Obviously one of the shots of the morning, probably one of the shots of the matches.
That was a close call. Nice use of the feet, and he's got under that one and whipped it away over mid-wicket before. Well, it's the way he plays down the track and up and over. Extremely safe shot for the left hand of the ball spinning into him. I wouldn't be surprised to see Stephen Moore employ an in-out field where he has some close-in catches with some protection for his spinners. Hoisted that away again. Gone for another 4. Wasn't quite to the pitch of this one as he was to the one previously, but he knocked that onto it. Almost an identical shot. Again, good use of the feet and hitting with the spin. Very safe shot. Stephen Moore is now very delicately played. And away from the man, so 3-4s in the first over and Lara's on. Steve Waugh continues. And he's got that away, it's gone for 4. Really a long hop, and Lara puts it away. So another boundary to Brian Lara. And the West Indies move on to 133 for 5 as we see the pull shot. Long hop, and he's put that out of the ground. It's gone right on top of the Greenwich and Haynes stand. Spotted that very, very quickly and raises his 50 with a maximum. But what an unbelievable response from Brian Lara. This ball's gone miles. Hits the top of the roof. That's well played too. That ball spun back in a long way. It'll go all the way to the boundary. Desperate run there to get there, but another boundary from Lara has got the crowd going. Magnificent cut shot. That is pure perfection. Right on top of it. Full roll of the wrist. 4 more. Lovely shot. Right on top of it. No third man. And with this hard ball, it's raced away for 4. That's disdainful. Absolute disdain. Pulling a long hop through mid-on. Well, this is almost ridiculous. Here's the replay. Hit on the back of the helmet as he ducked. Down but not out. Up he gets and runs the leg by. Make sure the helmet is in position. Smiles. But when he gets to the opposite end, he gets to the snarling McGrath. Eyeball to eyeball. And he's pulling away for 4. Doesn't the crowd enjoy that? A rousing way to raise the 100 partnership.
Jason Gillespie to resume to Lara. Lara on 84, Adams 31. Beautiful shot. No need to run for that. Didn't quite smash it in the middle, but he hit it well enough, and the placement was, as usual, perfect.
That's 4 runs. Off the back foot, banged square in the offside. Glorious shot again from Lara.
Well, he just lifts himself up on his toes to get above this ball. Bang, and punches it forward at point. No chance for the man there. The cover point. Straight over the top, that delivery.
That's his 100. Brian Lara hits it over the top. And the West Indies captain, the prodigal son turned Messiah, gets his second 100 in successive tests. And if the 213 at Sabina Park revived West Indies' fortunes, this one here has transformed a match in which they seem to have absolutely no chance to get even where they are now.
Well, claps of applause from everyone here at this ground. Standing ovation from the Australian crowd, the West Indian crowd, everyone. Claps from the players. A very good innings at a vital time.
There's one. It reduces the deficit to 49. Swept away, and that'll go for 4. Beats McGrath. That'll be 4. Lara doesn't get the strike, but he gets 4 and reduces the winning target to 34. West Indies 274 free. Magnificent cover drive. Ooh. No, that is out of the very top drawer.
Lots of men on the boundaries all around the park to prevent this from happening, but what a shot. Just slightly over pitched outside the off stump. There's no one on that boundary. Gillespie.
Has won the match for the West Indies. The West Indies team run onto the oval, and one of the great results in Test match history has just been witnessed here at the Kensington Oval. So Brian Lara, Sherwin Campbell with his century. So Brian Lara finished with 153, not out. They chased 308 for victory. He got booed onto the field 24 hours ago after sending in Pedro Collins as night watchman. And he goes from the field as a hero. Clive Lloyd embraces.
Of course, I certainly hope you enjoyed that class moment from cricket. Welcome back to 758 Sports Talk. And as you can see, I mean, papers across the desk. There's always this businessman, you know, getting this thing together. Black Hat is around the corner. Before Black Hat, as we did last year, we have the Big 8 tournament. Last year we called it Champion of Champions. And of course, Miku came out on top and walked away with $5,000 cash. And of course, we're seeing the return of that competition this year. And of course, with me tonight, Mr. David Shakes Christopher. Welcome back to the set of 758 Sports Talk. How's it going?
It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure being here. Link up.
Of course, I can't wait. Let me tell you, St. Lucia, we're going back to the Mabia Valley this weekend, 5 p.m. We're going to the Mabia Valley. Let me tell you, I already know. My bala would be link up, nice and dry, chew the bones up, swallow.
Right, you know, that's how I like it. Jagos really like bala wood.
No, Jagos really like the bala wood. And let me tell you, the Mabia Valley people, let's fix it up like that.
Right, nice. The girls in the court over there.
Yeah, man, just go there and
well, we put all of them, you have to go on the court.
On the court for them.
All the court area going to be the food area.
Okay.
With all the vendors, you go and eat your balu, your steamed fish. These days you have a lot of kawang, so you have to go over there and eat the kawang.
Yeah, right. I like the kawang too.
Right, so you have to go over that section there, you get all of that, the roast corn, and those kind of things over there. You know? And the guys with the ital dal and different things like that. So that area, that's the area.
Well, St. Lucia, we're talking about the Black Hat, the Big 8 tournament coming to the Mabia Valley. Last year we did it in Viewfort. And of course, the Philip Masley grounds, of course, are absolutely great place to host football. Now we're going to the Mabia Valley. And let me tell you, the music, man, the atmosphere. Mr. Christopher, how is it shaping up?
Shaping up nicely. If you notice those persons who were down there last evening, first of all, excuse my manners.
I think
good evening. You distract me. Good evening to St. Lucia. Good evening to all the viewers of 758 Sports Talk and the football family, the Black Hat family, everybody out there. Good evening. Yes, Kenson. Things is coming on nicely. You know, this year what we did, we tweak it out a little bit. Last year, as you mentioned a while ago, we had the Champion of Champions, where we took all the 8 champions. We had 7 champions, matter of fact, on island. And we take the 7 champions and the best winner from the playoffs. So we had the Champion of Champions. Mikud won that. The year before, in Soufrière, Mikud won that. So Mikud know exactly how to win the pre-opener. Now this year what we did, we gave everybody a chance to be a part of that. So we change it around and we do the zonal qualifiers. A lot of people getting mixed up with what's going on here on Black Hat. Some people feel Black Hat starts already. But it's the zonal preparation where we go in all the 4 zones, use the teams in the 4 zones, and the top 2 teams from each zones advance to the launch of Black Hat and what we call the Big 8. You call it the Big Super 8.
The Super Big 8,
right? You call it Super Big 8. Well, we could rebrand that Super Big 8, no problem.
It's big.
So yes, so what we arrived with is 2 teams from each of the 4 zones. We went to the South first, and in the South, what we came out from the South with was a defending champions Viewfort South, which is 2-time defending champion. They won it last year and the year before, and Laboui. Laboui is doing very well these days. We see they have a lot of young players coming through that crop there, and Viewfort North didn't stand a chance. We didn't see Soufriere taking part in that zonal qualifier. They fall in that zones, but they didn't show up because they have another issues. They had the grounds. They was trying to organize the local league. So they were in, out. In the final analysis, they didn't show.
Yeah.
So only 3 teams took part in that southern zone. Then we went down to the east, where we encountered some of the big fishes down there. We had teams like Micoud, Mabuya, Denry, Monri Mopo, and Deriso too.
Deriso.
Right.
Carlos Macheri and the
Right.
Deriso
We had the big gunners going down there, and that went down under rain and light lane, and then we saw Micoud again coming and winning the games and qualify, and also Mabuya. Sadly, we didn't see Denry coming through. Denry, which is a powerhouse in the Black Heart for years.
Yeah.
Then we went down into the West Coast. Down in the West Coast now, that was your area.
That was very interesting.
Very interesting. We saw youths again dominating. We saw the Roseau Valley really dominating the football with those young players on the 17, 18, tactical football. We saw the most successful team in Black Heart. In the history of Black Heart, which is Canaries. Always in the top 4. I think they have the biggest earnings in Black Heart because they're always in the top floor. And they didn't make it this time around. We saw the youthful Ancillary and the youthful Roseau Valley running them down along with South Castries. And then out of that zone, we end up with Roseau Valley and Ancillary. Then we did a final one where all the big pundits come talk about. You have your team, Gozile, which is make up of 90% of your boys. Moshi FC. And then we see teams like the Central Castries showing up also.
Sean Curtin and
Sean
the boys.
Curtin, the boys who playing some very good football. Big up Sean. I know you're a sleeping lion. You're just waiting for the big one.
That's what it is doing.
Right,
Always
you do like that.
radar. They like
Right. Then we saw teams like Masha, who had just won the 2018 Coca-Cola World Cup.
Yeah.
Just won $25,000.
Yeah, from
They was in there also. And then we had the La Clery boys without Tafari Shaimine.
Yeah.
Tafa is not there. I told them a time when I came, I said, boy, you're missing Tafa. You'll have to go and wake up Tafa and bring him. They said, boy, we can't wake up Tafa. He's sleeping for life. Then we saw
the under-20s.
The under-20s.
Playing against the big boys.
The
from
big
Marsha.
boys. And that was a real, I think that was the playoffs of the playoffs.
Yeah.
We saw Gozle going forward. Missed a lot of the good players because Taliban wasn't there. A few other players
Daniel
wasn't
Dennis in
there.
defense wasn't there. Yeah.
So the Gozle team was kind of offset because of some of these guys on national duties.
Yeah.
But they still show that they want the team to be reckoned with, and they came through. The under-20 in a different angle, playing some tactical, technical, and fit football. Because what they're doing to you is just, it wasn't 90 minutes, it was 4 to 5 straight, because the qualifier was 4 to 5 straight. And they were stretching the teams. Playing long balls, long pass, and stretching the teams out. So if the fitness is not going to tell. And we saw some of that. Because the coach concentrate on stretching the teams to just check your fitness. It's a straight night, 4 to 5 minutes. And we saw they top in the group. So there's a team to look out for. So we end up now with Viewfort South, Labrie, Micoud, Mabuya Valley, Roseau Valley, Ancillary, under 20 nationals, and Gozele. These 8 teams now going to make their way down to Mabuya Valley come this Saturday and Sunday, the 1st and 2nd, where we're going to play the Big 8 to signal the season for Black Heart, and also launch Black Heart. It's the opening of Black Heart. We know about the opening of jazz, the opening of calypso, the opening of all kind of opening, but this is the opening of Black Heart. We tweak it around now, so we have our opening. So persons could come down to the valley. We're going to enclose that old place. We're working with DJ Dongo, and we're working with Kendall and the Mabuya Football Council League, and we're working together with Sean. Sean is giving us some good, the district rep. And matter of fact, we're working with the community, because what we're saying to them is that this is a community effort where all of us come together and make this happen. And if it's really a success, then we're looking to give them the Black Heart proper games. Give them some games in the Black Heart proper. which kicks off in the 15th. So everybody have a duty to make sure that this happen right.
Yeah.
Because they need it. The
And they can
vendors
benefit
need it.
from
They're going to benefit from it. So we're working together as a team to make sure this happen with different other organizations and persons around to make sure that we deliver Saturday and Sunday in a big way so they can get the proper black card, get 2 of the black card proper games.
Yeah, man. And you said something. You said they need it. The vendors need it. And as you all often say, I mean, when you come to watch Black Art in the Valley, you see how persons
The
are
fashion
dressed.
need it. The fashion,
So
like
yeah,
giving
they
that
need
back.
the manicure.
The manicure, the pedicure, the pedicure, the pedicure. So all the cures gonna go down. We know we have a lot of beauticians in that area.
Oh,
and what I
absolutely.
saw at the finals during the week, I think it was Wednesday night or Thursday night, the dressing on a Thursday night.
Yeah, yeah.
So you could imagine what's going to take place
On Saturday
Saturday
night.
and Sunday. There's also a dressing competition goes on in Blackheart.
Okay.
You as a wonderful photographer, and Terry could attest to that.
Okay.
Everybody comes out to make sure they have their style, the split in the middle style, the Kodoro style, you know, the Movita style. It have all kind of styles. So when you want to see this style, you have to come in the Derry area because this is where the Derry segment belongs to.
That's where it is.
So girl was saying to me on Wednesday, you see all these style, but you don't see the real style, the versatile style, the Derry segment style. It's coming out this weekend. So probably they have a new style of dressing called the Derry segment. So the girls who coming from Viewfort, Castries and the other area, be careful because the girls in the valley looking to release the Derry segment dressing this weekend. So it's action non-stop. It's a whole family vibes, getting everybody involved. As I said, we're gonna enclose the area. It'll just be an easy charge of $10 to get inside there, just to cover the cost for the old setup, to make sure we run this test properly so we can really give Mabuya Ubin clamoring for years for a black art proper, so we could give them a black art proper this year. So that's where we at right now.
Definitely. Junior, we're putting up the number. We're doing giveaways. We have some giveaways. We're giving away entrance tickets to Black Art.
Instantly.
Instantly. 4519788 is the number to call. And of course, you can win yourself a ticket. You gain entry to the biggest football event this weekend, Black Art Big 8 tournament. I'm going to actually ask the question because I know a lot of us would like to call, and then 4519788 is the number to call if you want to win a ticket. And we have so many questions there. Let me see which one I'm going to ask.
We want to bring people to the party.
Yeah. All right. Wow. We have a caller. Good evening. You're live. How you doing?
I'm fine.
All right. Could you turn on the level, the volume on your television, and you could listen through your phone. All right. Where you calling from?
Viewfort.
Okay, Viewfort. All right. So here's a question from Viewfort. Yeah. Give me 5 sponsors of a Black Art Big 8 tournament. 5 sponsors. 5 sponsors.
5 sponsors?
Yeah.
That one had on me there.
You haven't listened to the ad? You haven't seen any of the ads, anything?
No.
Well, take a guess. Take a couple guess. I'll tell you what. If you give me 3,
I'll help you with one. I'll help you with one.
And if you're looking at me, you have another one. If you
yes, we helping you.
Okay, we helping you out. If you can give us 3, we're giving you a ticket tonight.
Let's go.
Hello?
Yeah.
Let's go. You got to give it a shot, man.
Give it a shot, man. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. You can do a little
back.
research and come back and call back. 451. Thank you so much for calling. 451-9788. 5 sponsors. The first question for the giveaway is give any 5 sponsors of a Black Art 2018. 5 sponsors. And if you come close, we may just decide to give it to you.
Yes.
We have another caller. Good evening. Okay, we seem to have lost that call. 5 sponsors of Black Art Big 8. All right, while we wait on them, of course. All right, another call is coming in. Good evening. You're live. Go ahead. Do you have an answer for me?
Yes, Blue Waters.
Yep. Correct.
Flo.
Correct.
Tell me the last one.
I said 5 and you tell me the last one.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll say 3. If you can give me one more, we're giving you that entrance, that ticket to enter.
One more.
You said
Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what's up. A guy like you can't give me.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'll do some research and call back.
No. Nah. You gotta come again.
You gotta come again.
We'll come again.
We'll come again. All right. 4519788. 4519788 is the number to call. Of course, you can give me. I'll just say three sponsors.
Yeah,
since we have not mentioned the sponsors tonight, that'll give us an opportunity after. Good evening. You're live. 3 sponsors for Black Hat 2018.
Would that be Flow, St. Lucia Sports Online?
You smarter!
Blue Water?
You smarter!
This guy.
We said, look at me.
This guy's from the north.
Wow.
This guy's from the north.
Yeah,
definitely. Blue Waters. Shakes put up his Blue Waters.
Right.
And I said, just look at me.
Look at me, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. What's your name?
Gregory Dixon.
Oh, no. That's one the sponsor too. Oh, no.
Alright, with Gregory.
Kenson,
yeah.
As Gregory called, I was waiting a little bit low down to reveal that Mr. Dixon, thank you, Mr. Dixon and Lovren Spencer is one of our sponsors.
Wow.
The OMB was revealing that tomorrow at the press briefing tomorrow.
Nice.
But Dixon is there, you win a ticket. You don't need no ticket.
Yeah.
You need VIP to sponsor.
This man just follows everything.
Yeah, right.
He follows sports.
Yeah, VIP. You give one of his friend that ticket. So they want our sponsors come on this year.
So you won
I
one
really
of the
want to
tickets.
welcome them on board.
Yeah.
They're always supportive and I want to wish him and Lovren all the best moving forward.
Definitely.
So this is one of our sponsors this year.
Absolutely.
Lovren
Well
Spencer.
done, Gregory Dixon.
Yeah.
Of course, you've won a ticket for one of your friends.
Yes.
And of course, you can come to DBS studio with your ID. By now, I don't think you need an ID, but yes, and we'll definitely give you a pass for Black Hat 2018 for the Big 8 competition this weekend. Congratulations.
All right, Ken.
All right, see you guys. Of course, so that gives you an opportunity to speak to the other sponsors that we have. Let me get the other question out of the way while we get that. We're giving away another ticket right away. And then we'll get into that. All right. So we're giving away another ticket. If somebody can call me and tell me the 8 teams in the Black Hat Big 8 tournament this year. The 8 teams in the Black Hat Big 8 tournament. The sponsors you have?
We have Flow, Guinness, Document Center, Blue Water, Climax, St. Lucia Football Association, St. Lucia Sports Online, Lovren Spencer, DBS. They're in there also.
All right, we
Some
have
of
somebody
our
on the line. All
sponsors.
right, good evening.
Venus TV.
Oh my God, sorry, I apologize. You could call back 4519788. If you can give me the 8 teams participating in the competition, you will win yourself a pass to Black Hat Big 8. You were saying? Yeah. All right, we have a caller. Good evening.
Yes, hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Give us the 8 teams.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, 8 teams participating in the Big 8 tournament this weekend.
Nabuya Valley.
Yeah.
Don't listen to your television.
Roseau Valley.
Roseau
Valley.
Nicoud.
Nicoud, yeah.
Rosilette.
Rosilette, yeah.
And Surrey.
And Surrey, yeah. 2 more.
3 more.
Beaufort South.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I have 2 more.
2 more.
All right, try again.
You still there?
All right, Junior, yes,
Yeah.
we'll have to give somebody else a chance. 4519788 is the number to call.
She was very close.
Yeah, she was close. She was
yet far.
But yet so far. We have another call. Good evening. Yes, good evening. You'll like give us the 8 teams participating in the Big 8 this weekend.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Mabuya Valley.
Yeah, man.
Beaufort South.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beaufort North.
Nope. Try again.
Nope.
Thank you very much for your
Nope.
451. Let's move on. 4519788 is the number to call. Give me the
tickets
8
galore
teams.
tonight.
The 8 teams in the Black Hat Big 8 tournament. Good night. Good evening. You're live. Do you have an answer for me? Okay, we missed that call. Try again. 4519788 is the number to call. Good evening. Give us the 8 teams in Black Hat Big 8 2018.
Okay, the 18th. Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Library, Viewfort,
Mm-hmm.
Mabuya, Under 20, Ancillary, Viewfort South,
No,
Nico.
no.
You gave Viewfort already.
No, you said Viewfort already.
But she didn't
And
say
we
it was
assumed
Fort.
that you were talking about Viewfort
Viewfort
South. And then you said, and then what you just said about
Viewfort South now,
again.
yeah.
So we're going to give you one
Give
more
her
chance.
one more chance.
One more
One
chance.
more chance.
Let's
Let's
go
go
again.
Okay. Viewfort.
Viewfort South. Are you saying Viewfort South? Yes.
Right.
Sorry. Viewfort South.
Right.
Library.
Yeah.
Miku.
Yeah.
Roseau Valley.
Right.
Mabuya Valley.
Yeah.
Ancillary.
Yes.
Under 20.
Yes.
Grizzly.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
You're such the best for
yeah.
last. That's why I appreciate
You're
you.
the
Go
best.
Silly.
You're the
Yeah,
best.
absolutely. The
Jago
18th
Silly.
participated in the competition. What's your name, caller?
Norman Lacto.
Norma.
Norman.
Norman.
Yeah.
And last name?
Loctor.
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 All right. Where you calling from?
Laclery.
Laclery. All right. So Laclery is not in, so you'll be backing for the northernmost team in the competition?
Obviously.
All right. Of course. So you can walk with your ID to the Dubia studio, and we'll give you your pass for the Black Hat Big 8 tournament.
Thank you very much.
See you there. Enjoy yourself.
Definitely. All right. Of course, another ticket. We have another ticket to give away. We give it away
Give
tickets.
them. Yeah, bring them in. Bring
Let's-
them in.
All right.
Invite them to the biggest party in football.
Definitely, definitely. Here's the other question. When was Black Hat last held at the George Odlum Stadium and who won? When was Black Hat last held at the George Odlum Stadium and who won? We have a caller. Good evening. Do you have an answer for me? Yes.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Who win? Mabuya Liga, sir.
Where?
When?
When's the last year it won?
Listen to the question.
Yeah.
When was Black Hat last held at the George Odlum Stadium and who won who won?
Black Cat is a Black Cat. Which season? Joralam, Viewfort,
Uh-huh. When?
What are you talking about?
Listen to the question.
Yeah, it was.
When was Black Hat last held at the George Odlum Stadium? When and who won?
Mabuya Valley.
Okay, but when was it last held?
Man, you asked me too much question because he asked you when it was Mabuya Valley.
That's the question. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Try again. Throw it in. It's a two-part question. When?
That's a warrior. This is Amazon warrior.
I'm sorry. You have to give us both of
Amazon
them. It's a
warrior.
two-part question. When was Black Hat last held at the George Odlum Stadium and who won? All right, so we'll give somebody else a
Yeah, we
chance.
get them a busy
451-9788. 451-9788 is the number to call. When was Black Hat last held at the George Odlum Stadium and who won? All right, good evening. You're live. Do you have an answer for us?
Good night.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Good night.
You heard the question?
Hello?
Yes. Yes, good evening.
We're hearing you. We're hearing you.
We're hearing you.
2009?
And who won?
Mabuya Valley.
Absolutely, you are correct. The last Black Hat that was held at the George Odlum Stadium.
You got the question.
2009. Oh my God! Next year
You want to
will be
win?
10 years.
You want to win another ticket for your girlfriend?
Who's that? That's Gregory Dixon again?
No, we want to ask him. I want to ask him another question. To that question.
Oh, okay.
Since he knew everything like that.
Hello, you still on the line?
Yeah, I'm right there.
What?
Oh my goodness!
He goes.
Six, we haven't got the person named Six. But you can call back and everybody will call back and say
He's there.
Six, you see what you think? All right, the correct answer was definitely it was held in the last George Odlum Stadium in 2009, Mabuya Valley. Good evening. You're live. Good evening.
I tell you all.
All right, let's move on. Okay, all right. So we have another question. We're giving away another ticket. All right. Simple question: who won Black Hat in the year 2011? Who won Black Hat in the year 2011? I think that's a very easy question. Good evening. You're live. Do you have an answer for us?
Henry.
No, you are incorrect. Thank you so much. Try again. 451-9788 is the number to call. Who won Black Hat 2011? Good evening. You're live. Do you have an answer for us? Hello? Good evening. Yes? All right, moving along. Who won Black Hat in the year 2011? Yes, good evening. You have an answer for us? Yeah. Hello? You calling me or you giving an answer?
I'm giving you an answer. It's Grosile.
No. I knew that would be a trick question. But close. I knew that one. Who won the Black Hat 2011? Yes, good evening. Do you have an answer for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, who won Black Hat 2011?
Cameron.
No, incorrect. Incorrect. Who won Black Hat 2011? 4519788. Do you have an answer for me? You're live.
Miko.
No, incorrect. I really thought that was interesting. That was history making. That team was so good. Yes, you're live. Who won the Black Hat 2011?
After that team.
Hello, good night.
Yes, hello, good night.
Ancillary.
I mean, that's a historic team. They won. They got to the top of Black Hat. The following year, they were knocked out, I think, 5-0 by which team?
Only
Rose. Historic. That was just so historic. Ancillary won for the first time in 2011. That's the only time they won. All right. What's your name, caller?
Theodosia Constable.
Theodosia?
Yes.
Wow, that's a nice name.
Theodosia.
Okay. Constable, where are you calling from?
Denry.
I never knew that was a deal. Constable, how is Constable doing?
He's great.
Alright.
Tell Mr. Constable, give me a call.
But listen, I would have been there anyway. I'm sure you've been a friend now.
No, Constable.
Give it a score.
No, he's one.
Wow.
He's a guy who's on the team working with us.
Yeah. Constable loves his football.
Yeah.
Constable loves two spots.
Yeah, Constable. Constable linked me up in the morning, man.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you,
I'll definitely take your picture because I always do, right?
You've always
All right, tell Hersey good night. We'll talk. All right. No, just bring your ID at the studio. I will leave your name with the secretary, and you can get your band, the official band.
Okay then. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot.
You're welcome. Okay, so we're still giving away tickets. We're still giving away bands here. How many more you want to give away, Mr. Christopher?
Oh, you have to give away. The people enjoy themselves.
All right. Well, we have
people
another
start
caller.
a
Hey, good evening.
Question.
Oh yeah, you waiting for the question?
What's your name?
Which one am I going to ask? Oh my God, that one is difficult. So Christopher, I'll leave that one still.
Which one you want to give them?
Who was the only foreign team to win a Black Hat? And Mr. Christopher still add in what year?
Yes.
I think it's the Guyanese team, but I can't remember the name though.
Oh, and you on the right track. But
the name of the team.
Do you know what year though?
205.
Wow.
Right, 205, right. Well, since you can't remember the team name,
yeah, it's difficult.
Who that played in the finals?
Who did they play?
I think it's Denry.
Huh? You think it's Denry?
Yeah, Denry.
It's Denry?
Yeah.
And what was the score?
You know how many times they say Denry has technically won Black Hat 4 times?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
They lose that one because
I can't remember the score. I can't remember the score.
Wow, you've been following Black Hat, boss.
Yeah, you've been
and you
following
deserve
Black
a
Hat,
ticket because I didn't think anybody would get that. And you called.
Right.
What's your name, caller?
Jerry.
Gary?
Jerry Renault.
Gary Renault?
Oh, you see, because you have a feedback because you have your TV on.
Yeah, TV on. Take your TV down, Rennie.
Terry, Terry.
Jerry.
TV down, Terry.
Renault. Okay, well, congratulations. You won a pass. Where are you calling from?
Rodney Bay.
Wow.
What?
Okay, all right. There goes Lee in the building. All right, well, congratulations. You've won yourself a ticket to Black Hat 2018, the biggest tournament this weekend. Congrats.
All
right.
See you in the valley, man.
See you in the valley.
To eat some gross corn on the court.
All right. Okay, so we've done this one. All right, we're going to do one more, and we're going to have Mr. Christopher wrap up for us. All right.
Somebody's on the line already.
Wow. Okay, we've asked that question. Hello, good night. How you doing?
Good.
Where are you calling from?
Viewfort.
Viewfort. All right, so here's a question for you. Just give us the 2 teams that have won Black Hat 3 times. That's an easy question. Only 2 teams in the history of Black Hat has won Black Hat 3 times.
Your team only won 2 times. So don't get twisted.
Oh, you already know who the caller is. Only 2 teams in history. Absolute powerhouses in the history of football.
Yes,
in
powerhouses. The 2.
Mabia is one.
Yes.
Okay.
Powerhouse.
Dominate Black Heart for years.
Dennery and
2 of them. You got it. No.
Mabia and Dennery. Mabia and Dennery.
And Surrey has only won once, and they capitulated after that, and they're now back on the rise.
Right, you're now back on the rise.
So you're absolutely correct. Mabia Valley and Dennery. And we've said, I remember having discussions, boy, can you imagine they just had a Dennery team? These guys would have been dominating football.
to answer grocery.
The girl still did.
You still won, sister. You won already.
You won. So just now, your technique was to just name all teams in Black Hat then.
Yeah, all teams that won.
Whatever gets me the ticket.
Okay, so you're absolutely correct. You're correct with the first 2 you said. Mabia Valley, Dennery. These 2 communities have won Black Hat 3 times each, a total of 6 times.
6 times.
Dennery got to the finals, pretty much the only St. Lucia team into that final.
Dennery was going for 3-peat.
Yeah. And let me tell you, Dennery has played in another final. And so when you talk about Canaries winning a lot of Black Hat, you have to do a little evaluation because Dennery played Miku a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And
take your name.
Yes. What's your name, caller?
Show myself.
You know that voice very well.
Who's going in?
Sherma, Viewfort South in the house. So yeah, you say everybody, you say Viewfort South, eh? You want to say Grosley already. Viewfort South is looking for the 3-peat. Yeah. You know Viewfort trying to go for the 3rd time. And that would be, honestly, if Viewfort does it, it would be well deserved. That would be another powerhouse that has won it 3 times, and they would be in that elite pantheon forever. And I know Mr. Bellas and the guys, they are willing and ready to go. Coco Bellas probably supervising every training session, making sure that's hydrated. But anyway, Shema, congratulations, of course. I'm pretty sure you're going to get somebody to pick it up for you. You just need to message me, and we'll definitely arrange for Mr. Christopher as well for you to get that ticket, and we'll see you in the Mabia Valley this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations. Mr. Christopher, final words?
It's always a pleasure being here. The time is just too short. Every time I come on your set, beautiful set, enjoying the vibes here, you know, getting all the information out. And I really want to thank all the teams and the SLFA, the St. Lucia Football Association, doing some great works these days. I think the football is on the rise. I want to thank Mr. Shabazz for gracing us with his presence at one of our qualifying games. And he will be back. He will be back together with some of his comrades out of Trinidad looking for players. So we want the players to be at their best, you know, come out there, enjoy the football, fair play. Persons will be looking at you from the stands, looking to scout you. So let's try to make our country proud and keep that discipline up there. Black Heart going to be real in a different category this year.
Link up.
Right, link up because what we did, teams couldn't fool us anymore by just coming into the tournament flat. What we did, we evaluate them so we know we could separate the sheep from the goat.
Men from the boys.
Right. It's like how you say it, separate the sheep from the goat and the motor from the cabit. We separated the sheep from the goat. So we knowing if you're trying to trick the tournament. And if you come into the tournament not prepared, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. That's the old scout motto I learned from little scout boy. So you have to be prepared. So most of the team who's well prepared will see the benefit of this tournament. This weekend, a team going to go home with $5,000. There's $5,000 in advance going into the tournament. And then into the tournament, we have the $30,000 and the $5,000 for the youth development for the community, whosoever won. So whosoever won, we still have that prize for the youth development. So the team that won the tournament get additional $5,000 toward the youth development program. We did that a couple of years ago, and we like that because we've seen that the youth program is coming on. So they're getting that money. The SLFA make sure that money is spent into the youth program. We saw our youth under 15 did well. We saw the women did well. So the grassroots program is really budding. According to Jamal Shabazz, the word around the Caribbean now is that something good is happening in St. Lucia, and everybody is focusing on beaming to get players out of St. Lucia. So we want to really play our part as the major tournament in the country, so we can showcase them, so persons could come in and scout them, so we can get them out there. The more St. Lucian players you get on the international market, it's better for the country, better for sports tourism, and it's better for the future of sport. So young persons out there could see sport as a career. You don't have to be an engineer. You don't have to be you don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a lawyer. You don't have to be an accountant. You could be a sportsman, sports person with the necessary education and the right background, and you could climb to the next level. So we want to make sure we play that part, that we could create that platform. We're doing some debushing right now in the Mabuya area. We have persons working there. We'll be bringing in the new stands, the steel stands from the south into the Mabuya area tomorrow. It's the seating, so you can make people comfortable inside. We want to thank the Ministry of Youth Development and Sport, who's working closely with us. Our DPS and the PS and the officers, Mr. Matri, and everybody in that department who's playing a part to make sure that sport, people could come out and enjoy sporting activity. So all in all, I think we're on the right track. We're going to keep updating you with one of our main sponsors in St. Lucia Sports Online. They'll be giving you all the information as every day you can tune into the different news breaks you're getting from St. Lucia Sports Online. And tomorrow we'll be meeting at the SLFA with all the teams to do the briefing before the game and the dip. So tomorrow evening at 5:30, all the teams going to come. The 4 top teams, the 4 top seed, which is Viewfort South, Micoud, Roseau Valley, and National Under 20. They're going to be the top team seed, and then the other teams will go into the bag. Gozali, you in the bag. Mabuya, you in the bag. Labrie, you in the bag. Roseau Valley, you in the bag. So these teams will be coming out. Ancillary, not Roseau Valley. Sorry, Roseau Valley. Ancillary, you in the bag. So those will be coming out of the bag to play the top seed. So tomorrow evening at 5, you will get that. You will get that instant. I know on St. Lucia Sports Online soon as that's out there. Yeah. So we're going to know who playing who on Saturday. Remember, Saturday we have 4 games. All the teams are going to play on Saturday. And Sunday, the 4 teams who won the games are going to be playing for the $5,000, along with 1 veterans game. You'll see the veterans, we feature the veterans because, you know, we can't leave the veterans out. We'll have Labowie Connection, that's my team. Labowie Connection will be coming up against the Mabuya Valley Legends. Right, so all in all, we're right there. We want to thank our sponsor, Flow, 4G LTE. We're flowing real nice. We want to thank the Flow family for believing in us and staying with us. Guinness, made of more. We're going to give you more until you say no more. The Document Center been doing it nice and easy, making sure we get all the paraphernalia going. Blue Water, the official water of the tournament, and you can get a case of Blue Water for only $10 at any venue, or you could contact us anytime. You get the best water in the island, the cheapest price. Blue Water, only $10 a case of 12. We also have the Climax in there, the Sydney Football Association, DBS, who's there with us every year. They are there with us also. We have St. Lucia Sports Online, who's there with us, but this year they come on big thing because, you know, they're doing big things, CPL, all kind of different things. So they're there with us. And we also have Winners TV, who's there rolling with us. So we want to thank everybody so far. St. Lucia Distillers also in there. We want to give them a shout out. So we want persons who are interested in getting your business out there, advertising your business. Feel free to get in touch with us. It's not too late to be a sponsor. You can't be a diamond, you can't be a gold, you can't be a platinum, but you can be a silver shining like the stars. So you can get in touch with us. Whatsoever little you have, you want to market your business, you can come on board as a sponsor. We're promoting young businesses who just come in to make the breakthrough, giving you an avenue to do some branding and get your business out there. This is the right avenue. Don't be lucky and coward. Get in touch with us. 5840909. It's easy like 1, 2, 3. So thank you very much for being here this evening, Kenson. And you know, like I just take over your old show, but I have to give the information out here. So thank you very much for being here. and see you all in the Valley Saturday and Sunday. Be on time.
What else can I say? Of course, we will be doing giveaways at St. Lucia Sports Online. Of course, we have 4 more ticket passes to give away. So we have 4 more days in the week.
Yes,
we'll be giving one every day. Of course, you can just like the page, share a story, like a story, make a comment on the page, and you get a chance to win a ticket, a pass to Black Hat Big 8 Championship. We've said it all, St. Lucia. The biggest event happening this weekend for sure. Mabia Valley can hardly wait. On behalf of our entire sports team, I'm Kenson Casimir. Have a good night.